Welcome to Planit Butter, the peanut butter dimension of art and philodelics. I'm Jordan Alexandra Blizzard Planet. This is from my planet to yours. Less of a podcast, more of a variety show, and a very funny approach to a documentary series. Every episode is designed to provoke consciousness through applied Intucentric philosophy. Thanks for joining me for episode 142 in Uluwatu, Bali, Indonesia, where we are going to talk about the concept of independence. In honor of August 17th, 2026 being equal parts Indonesia's Independence Day and the same day that Planit Butter officially framed the original print of the Planit Butter jet art. Whew! That was a wild, quote-unquote, coincidence. There are no coincidences, guys. So I took that realization and sprinted with it to this week's episode. Independence, specifically Planit Butter's independence, which means Jordan's independence. So with one of the absolute fundamentals of Intucentricism being the need for self-reflection and self-connection, in my embodiment of my Intucentric way, I've realized the hilarious irony of my independence being such an aggressive pursuit and passion. And yet, in the last many months, as you well know, if you are not new here, and if you are new here, you can check out the last bunch of episodes and you'll know what I mean. How dependent I have had to be in these last many months, despite my personally aggressive nature for independence, my love of my independence, my sense of freedom, my sense of self-control, self-expression, my Intucentric way. It's so funny to me how a lot of what I've acknowledged in the last many months is how strangely aligned I feel despite the extremity of the circumstances that I've been living and very successfully navigating. It's really wild, the level of alignment, meaning my role in the universe as Planit Butter defines it. And what that means in a broader sense is self-actualization and feeling most expansive. So despite my extreme circumstances that are all incredibly limiting circumstances, I was ironically living a very expansive existence and ironically growing exponentially and expeditiously, meaning very quickly. So fascinating. And it feels as though this necessity to embody the way I have my Intucentric way in those circumstances and transcend them the way I have and have these incredible results that I've had in terms of the way I've moved forward, remaining optimistic, remaining emotionally coherent, emotionally regulated, happy, confident, clear, abundant in expression, willing to open myself up and, as I've shared, the concept of falling forward, willing to be as transparent as I've been, willing to be as vulnerable and direct and co-regulate and essentially, depend on the world around me. Trust myself, trust the universe, and the universe being myself and the world around me. The universe is all-encompassing. And there's that other thing that we can't quite comprehend about the universe that I call magic. So the universe is us, it is also the world around us, and there's something bigger than us that we also can't fathom. Again, magic. The impossible we can't comprehend, as Planit Butter defines it. So, in my pursuit of this entrepreneurial journey, this Intucentric evolution, this season of dependency has invited me to grow in ways that I don't think I will ever truly have the words for, but the recognition that it was entirely my duty in my purpose, my life's purpose, was to embody this philosophy during these times and find myself in the position to healthily depend to such an extreme degree is really just wild. There really aren't enough words. And there's something just so beautiful about not having enough words. For me personally, frankly, I did not grow up in a healthy environment. It was loving. It was nurturing, but it was not in the ways that I needed. And toxicity can have a funny face like that. The contradiction, the complexity of equal parts love and yeah. It's wild. And with that, in this time period of needing to embody my Intucentric way, continue to share my transparency, put it on display the way I do, self-reflect the way I do, digest it, metabolize it in the way that I do so that I can effectively communicate through this camera and share with the world the intensity, the challenge, and the fun that are entirely possible when we fully commit to ourselves. In doing that, I've accumulated a variety of relationships and experiences that have entirely demonstrated to me mirrors of my essence that I'm so grateful to be surrounded by. Because I've worked my ass off to transcend so many different types of people, dynamics, and fundamentally versions of myself that I did not want to have in my life. And over these last many months, the people that I have been fortunate enough to depend on and the versions of certain people that I've depended on have been these elevated versions of humanity that I wish for everyone to have the luxury of experiencing. And I believe if we all commit to our Intucentric way, we will have that luxury. And what I mean by that is in these tangible senses of multiple strangers trusting me to pay them back as soon as I fucking can. And ideally for me, I intend to pay them more because in my mind, I will be making so much fucking money that I will be able to do that with absolute pleasure. I fucking love paying people. I love paying people. I love hiring people. I love paying people, and I love paying people what they're fucking worth and more. So for me to not have the money myself and to be as vulnerable as I've been and to turn to these strangers with homes, with my vehicles, with food, with small little things, I mean, huge things, basic necessities, being able to turn to people who are strangers or new friends and be honest about my circumstances and have them meet me with where I'm at and believe in me unconditionally and entirely trust me and know that I mean what I say and that I'm very passionately so excited to pay them fucking back. And on my end, have the experience of, wow, I'm receiving unconditional support. I mean, obviously the only condition being like, yeah, obviously these people expect me to pay them back, but it's not, there's no pressure. There's nothing nasty about it. There's no belittling me. There's no talking down to me. There's no lack of understanding. There's entirely been genuine open-heartedness, open-mindedness, trust, belief, and friendly rapports across the board. In some cases, strengthened friendships. So it's just been really wild that this has been something that I've had to embody. And I feel as though stepping into this extreme of needing to turn to so many strangers and people and circumstances because of the surrounding context of my business and this entrepreneurial pursuit of Planit Butter, and have it be such a direct extension of my soul and what I need to learn in this lifetime, is really just a wild and complex experience that I'm really consistently honored to share. And for anybody that's new here, again, you visit Planit Butter to reflect on the philosophy and hopefully feel inspired and empowered to go build your world, commit to your Intucentric way. And I simply put mine on display because mine is so extreme in its expression as the leader of this philosophy, as the creator of this philosophy. And I thank you for your time, your support, your interest in yourself. And I do invite you to explore your Intucentric way by checking out the new book, Intucentric, Becoming a New Breed of Human Potential. It's available in any fucking format: paperback, hardcover, ebook, video book, audiobook. You can get it through planetbutter.com/books. It'll set you up for life. It offers the original concepts, perspectives, phrases, ways of looking at things, questions for you to perpetually ask yourself in any and every context. It will never get old because it's an evolution. It's a practice. It's our commitment to ourselves. It's our pursuit for independence, for self-reliance, and comes at the cost of whatever your soul's journey is. Mine is this. It is sharing this. It is Planit Butter. It's making this incredible fucking artwork. It's writing these books for you. It's writing these articles. It's filming this show. And it's taking the immense, immeasurable amounts of time to metabolize all of my life experiences in the way that I do so that I can then express through a fucking camera to the world, which is insane that we have that capability to reach millions of people through a lens from my living room. It's really magnificent. And so on this path of my independence. I'm excited to eventually announce Planit Butter's official Independence Day. We'll find out when that is. We'll find out what that is, hopefully very fucking soon. And to wrap this up, I will share the core lessons of this independent journey that has required the lesson of interdependence. Co-regulation with the right people is really fucking cool. That's number one. Number two, vulnerability, transparency, honesty, self-reflection, and the willingness to share that with, again, the right people is also really fucking cool. And lastly, our ability to take personal responsibility, as Planit Butter defines it, is our willingness to do more, do less, and pivot what we can control is also, you guessed it, really fucking cool. The more personal responsibility we take, the more we are willing to do more, do less, and pivot what we can control, aka ourselves, the more we transcend all versions of ourselves that we do not want to be and become that much closer towards our ideal self. That is the Intucentric way. Self-actualization through personal responsibility and our intuition, which is our connection to the universe, which is that thing that's us and the world around us and the thing beyond us that we can't quite comprehend. Magic. All right. There you have it. Happy Independence Week. I hope to announce the day of Planit Butter's independence by next episode. You heard me, universe. Magic. Let's see some tricks. See you Thursday. From my planet to yours. Have a beautiful day.